Hey guys, I really you don't know because I didn't upload them, but I really hope this video get this video uploaded because I've uploaded or not uploaded. I've recorded a few videos before this and haven't uploaded them. But look at Danica. She's getting so big. She's 8 months old as of 2 days ago. I haven't changed the advent calendar over there. It still says 15, which was yesterday, but as of 2 days ago, the 14th, she's 8 months old. She's a big girl. And she's bear crawling, and she's almost regular crawling, and she's super cute, and she's sitting up, and she's eating baby food, and she's drinking, she has been for a while, drinking regular milk, which right now is 2% because that's what we were, Brett's dad and stepmom recently gave us some stuff, and the milk they gave us was 2%, which is fine. It's just different than what we usually have, and she's fine. Right now she's been fussy. I'm not completely sure why. I think she might be hungry. It's almost time. She could probably eat after I do this video. But I am so proud of myself, guys. I'm always so proud of myself. This doesn't mean anything, just showing you this, because I didn't even have this before. But, this, my thing's being weird. Anyway, this, I recently got this. The downside, and I'm really excited to use it for like what I have to do that day on the different days and stuff. The downside, and I can't show you because this hand is holding a baby, and my other hand is holding a video camera. But underneath, well, the other side of that is magnetic. But this refrigerator we have is not magnetic, nor is that thing, I'm sure. The side of the refrigerator is magnetic, as you can see, but it's not going to help me to have a daily planner to see regularly if I can't see it. So we'll have to figure out how to put it up. But I did have, today is Wednesday, I did have 3 things on there, 3 places to call. I wrote down last night 3 places to call today, and I hate calling places, but I just finished calling all 3 places, and one of them was insurance, so I called that place first because it's the one I felt least comfortable about calling. But then another one was related to Gwen's eye appointment and a credit that we got a check in the mail, a credit that we have on the account. And then the other one, let me set you down for just a sec, sorry. And then the last one was related to, I had to call the doctor that I, just a couple weeks ago, took Gwen to for a hearing appointment. They gave her some medicine to drain her ear that she just finished a couple days ago, and like 2 or 3 days ago. And then yesterday she was, well, the night before last, she was up all night crying and stuff. So I took her to the doctor yesterday, her regular doctor, and she has an ear infection, I think in both ears. And they prescribed her medicine. They gave her a shot and prescribed her medicine that I actually need to pick up today. But they wanted me to call the doctor that she had the hearing appointment with and give her the original medicine, to let him know that she had an ear infection. So yeah, I called that, and I left a message there when I called the eye doctor about the credit on the account. What had happened there was that when I took her to her eye appointment like a week or 2 ago, I don't even remember the day, but I took her to the eye appointment, they told me that she had a $25 credit on her account somehow, which I didn't, at the time I didn't know why, but she somehow had a credit on the account, so they were just going to use that to pay that day's $25, which is like a fee that we have to pay for like specialized things as far as our, like that's what we have to pay with our insurance or whatever. That's the amount that we have to pay, as far as we know. But I called them, but then they said they were going to use it for that, but then they sent this check over here. So I called to ask what I, like, pretty much what to do, like if I should get rid of this or like what I should do. But they said that the insurance ended up covering all of it, so they just sent me a check for it. So I didn't have to pay it $25, so they just gave it to me. So that was awesome. I need to sit down. I'm trying to hold this baby and my arms are getting tired. I'm not used to vlogging anymore. I want to vlog every day, but you didn't hear me say that because I don't want to set myself up for stuff that I may not stick to. But anyway, the other thing was the insurance. There's some, her last few appointments, doctor's appointments, regular appointments that should have been covered, as far as I knew, weren't covered. So I called to ask about them, and they said that she wasn't set to be on the insurance until the beginning of next year, which is in a couple weeks now, but that's like a lot of money that we would have to pay. And so I asked, like, because it started, there was like August, and then one in August, one in September. I'll get back to you. And I'm up again. So that was, like I said, I had just made those phone calls. So that was the doctor's, the hearing doctor's office calling me back to let me, well, pretty much because they got their message, and they were asking, they asked a couple of things, like, she's like, oh, she's on medicine, right? And I was like, yes. And they're like, well, we don't really have anything in the near future, but she has her appointment on the 13th, so we'll just stick with that, which I didn't know if we were gonna have to make an appointment or what they were gonna want. I was just told by her doctor to let this other doctor know that that she had an ear infection. So so nothing new, but everything's settled. What was I talking about before? Oh, the insurance. So I called the insurance, but yeah, they told me that her insurance wasn't due, or she wasn't due to be on the insurance or be covered until till January 2021, which is technically in a couple weeks, but I didn't want to pay all that money if I didn't have to. But I asked because there was an appointment that she had. The earliest one was August, but she was born in April, so she would have had appointments before then. And I brought that up, and the person that I was talking to, the representative or whatever that I was talking to, said that they have some kind of, what's it called? Some kind of thing set up where they, like, the first 30 days after the baby's born, they're covered. Just automatically, but I mean after that you have to like get them set up and stuff. So that's why things before August would have been covered, because they were within 30 days of her being born. Like, there's one in April and then one in May, and then I guess the next one was August. So so they said that we're gonna have to, that as of right now they can't really do anything to cover those, but because of how things are set up, but they, if we change it through HR, like at my husband's work, then, like back to when she was born, then they can look back on those and they'll probably be covered. So, yay! Man, my arms are getting tired. This baby is very fussy right now. So I'm very happy to have those phone calls done, because I hate calling places. Also, I will try to vlog some, hopefully, but we're going to my parents tonight for some cookie decorating and some yummy lasagna. My arm is getting tired. And we're going to go see the lights, which I think the girls will like very much. So, anyway, I'll update you later. I don't want to make this super long, and she needs a bottle, so bye until we get to my parents. Hey y'all, so I don't know how the lighting is, but hi. This is me relaxing in the chair, putting off doing vacuuming because it's on my to-do list for today and I haven't done it yet. Well, there's a puppy over there laying in the blanket. Wait, where's my foot? Where's my finger? Right there. So it's the next day, and yeah, I know I didn't vlog at all at my parents' house. I didn't even remember to take the video camera, so that happened. There's some cute pictures of Gwen, which you may have seen on Facebook if you know me, if you're my friend or my mom's friend on Facebook. But and we went and saw the lights, which was great. I should have vlogged that. Anyway, an update from today. I told you there's 3 places that I called yesterday. And I told you about Gwen's medicine and stuff. I was gonna pick that up her medicine for her ear. I was going to pick up yesterday on my way to Kenton, but I went to get it, and they informed me, well, first they said that it wasn't even, that there wasn't a prescription there for her. Then they asked like what it was for, what it was supposed to be for, and I told them like the ear and stuff, and it was like an oral thing. They looked it up, and the insurance had apparently sent it back or something. I don't remember the exact wording they used, but rejected it pretty much because they weren't wanting to cover the same medicine twice in 30 days. Which, like, I mean, if she needs it, she needs it. Like, do you want her to wait? It's just, like, especially if the doctor says, like, hey, she needs this medicine, then she probably needs it. But anyway, so I went there, and the lady was like, oh, well, she told me that, and she was like, you may want to call your doctor and tell them the situation. And I was like, okay. So I didn't get the medicine yesterday, and I went to Kenton. We did all the fun stuff there. I called the doctor this morning. I called his office this morning, and I told them the situation. Long story short, I called them before I went to the church to clean, and then while I was cleaning at the church, not too long after I got there, I don't know if I even started yet, I got a call from CVS, like an automated call, saying that the prescription was ready, which I assumed was Gwen's prescription. But I just started cleaning. I was just about to start cleaning, and I was like, well, I'll just pick it up when I go home. And then a little bit later, while I was cleaning, I got a call from her doctor's office saying that he put in a prescription, so it should be there. So I thanked them, and that was that. But I already figured that was the case because I got a call from CVS. But I got done cleaning, I went and I picked it up, and I think it might, well, it's white like the other stuff, but it's in a different container, and this one says it needs to be refrigerated, so I don't think the other one was supposed to be refrigerated. Definitely, the container was definitely different, and this one is bigger, and it's more, like it was like 3 ounces twice a day before, the medicine she had before, and this is like, this one says 5 ounces twice a day. And I feel like it's different than what he originally put in, because he was telling me it was like 7.5 ounces once a day. And this would be, if I only gave it to her once a day, it'd be 10 ounces. So I think it's something different than what he originally put in. I think he had to change stuff, but I gave that to her when we got home. I was going to say while she was eating lunch, because that was my plan, to give it to her while she was eating lunch. But we had a little thing happen, which I would have showed you if I was vlogging at the time when it happened. But so when I was cleaning today, this isn't the thing, but while I was cleaning today, I walked by the room that I had Gwen in a what's it called, like a baby playpen thing. I had Gwen in that, and Annika was in a swing in the nursery, baby swing. But a couple times I walked by, and I had given Gwen a pillow in there, and a couple times I walked by and she was like laying down, so I thought maybe she had taken a couple like tiny naps, because she wasn't asleep every time I walked by, and like it wasn't really consistent, but I thought maybe she had taken a couple little like 10-minute naps here and there. So I figured, although I usually will bring her home and have her lay down as soon as we get home, and then I'll give her lunch whenever she wakes up, which is usually a late lunch. But since I thought maybe she had napped some at the church, at least a little bit, I figured I'd give her lunch first, and then if she was acting like she was tired, then I'd give her a nap either right after lunch or whenever she started acting tired. So we got home. I set Gwen in the high chair. Annika was still in her carrier, in her car seat thing. And so I made a bottle for Annika after I set Gwen in the high chair. I made a bottle for Annika and gave it to her because she's able to hold her bottle now, which is super exciting. Actually, she's 8 months now, which is also super exciting. 4 months away from being a year. Anyway, since she was fussy, I gave her, Annika, a bottle while I fixed Gwen her lunch. So I got a plate, and I got her some peas and some peaches and a handful of goldfish, and put those all on the plate. It's kind of like a sectioned plate, so each of those things have their own section. I went and set it on Gwen's the tray of her high chair, and then went back into the kitchen to get her milk. I had the milk out from getting Annika's bottle, but I had to grab Gwen's cup out of the fridge and fill it up type thing. So while I went to the kitchen to do that, Gwen had kind of been fussy this whole time because I figured she was like hungry and wanted me to hurry, because usually if I don't give her her food right away after I set her down, she gets fussy. So it wasn't anything new there. So I figured that's why she was being fussy. But as I walked back to the kitchen, I heard her plate hit the floor with all the food on it. Well, pretty much all the food. There was some that fell onto her plate as she threw her plate on the floor. There's some that fell onto the tray. And so I walked over to her and, like, in a scolding voice said no, and, like, did the little sign language no. And then my phone just lit up. Oh, it keeps getting unplugged. I'm trying to charge it. And then I proceeded to sweep up the food off the floor, throw it away, and I told her she could eat what was left on the tray that hadn't been thrown on the floor. I told her she could eat what was left on the tray, and I went ahead and gave her milk, but it was like half a cup of milk, and she drank about half of what I gave her and then threw that on the floor. And I was like, well, I guess you could eat what's left on the tray, and then you can take a nap. Instead of eating, you could take a nap. So that's pretty much what happened. I let her eat the rest of what was on her tray. There was like one, I had given her like 5 peaches on her plate, and one of them had fell onto her tray when she threw the plate. So she had 1 peach and a small handful of peas she could eat. Everything else fell on the floor, so I wasn't about to make her another plate right away. So I let her eat that. I cleaned her up. I gave her medicine, and then I cleaned her up, and then took her upstairs to take a nap. So I was not thrilled, but I feel like that's a proper, like, punishment, I guess you could say. Proper consequence. That's probably a better way to say it. A proper consequence for the way she acted. Just, you throw your food on the floor, obviously you don't want it, so we'll just throw that away. You can have what didn't end up on the floor to eat, and then you can take a nap. But I did tell her, and I don't know for sure how much she understands, but I did tell her that when she gets up, she can have something to eat, but I definitely wasn't going to make her another plate of food for her to throw on the floor. So I figured if she's throwing her food on her whole plate on the floor, which she usually doesn't do, like, usually her plate is the last thing she throws after it's empty, and she sat there for like 5 or 10 minutes of it being empty, then maybe she'll throw it on the floor. But usually she won't throw her plate on the floor, so she's obviously more tired than she is hungry, or was more tired than she is hungry. So she's upstairs napping. Annika, I assume, is upstairs napping. She's upstairs for sure, and she's in her bed, but I haven't heard her for a little while, so I think she's napping. I think this is going to be the end of this video. It's kind of 2 different days, and I didn't do a whole lot of entertaining vlogging. I don't know. But I should probably vacuum. I at least need to do Xena, my dog's carpet. She has a square of carpet that fits the inside of her cage, and it needs like shampooed. So I will probably take her out and at least do that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next vlog. But that's it for today, I guess. Toodles.